Good morning, everybody. I just thought I'd come on to say hello. And I've watched a little bit of Foodie Beauty, and I was in bits of laughter, actually. She's as boring as hell, but her concern that somebody a few floors down would, or somebody walking past, would look into her apartment. Well, they'd have to get binoculars, wouldn't they, and all sorts of lenses to see her without her veil on, is laughable. When she was asked why she wore that hijab indoors, she said we keep the curtains closed all day because people might look in. I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be singled out for any particular stalking by a particular man. And the thing is, you can walk around Kuwait without a veil anyway. You know, even the most stoic and devout of Muslims, which certainly you don't fall into that category, walk around without a hijab or without being abayed up. You're in Kuwait, not Saudi Arabia. You're in Kuwait, not Afghanistan. You're in Kuwait, not Iraq. Although you seem to want to be going to these countries and waving the flag for Gaza. I don't know. You know, you fall into that category of you take on the personality and the characteristics of the man that you're with. In this case, poop face. If perchance he went back to Syria, I can't see him doing that voluntarily, but if he was kicked out of Kuwait for any reason, after your videos and his videos, what have come to light with Kai Bella, etc. If he should be deported and go back to Syria, will you go with him? When Assad drafts him into the army, will you be there cheering him on, Foodie? Do you know what life is like in Syria? Have you even looked? Do you know what a war zone is like? Have you even thought about it in any depth? You sit there and gorge all day long. We only see a tiny part of it when you're moaning about your weight, but you're coming on with copious amounts of food, stuffing it down your throat as though somebody's going to come and steal it off your dinner table. Kids in Gaza, you're so concerned about Gaza. Kids in Gaza don't have water. They don't have a packet of chewing gum, let alone what you eat. What you eat in one meal on your mukbangs would feed a family of 4 or 5 people with some left over. How can you expect to lose any weight? The disdain that you're held in by the Gore World community and even those outside of Gore World, the disdain that you're held in is due almost entirely to your vile personality. you vile and arrogant personality. When I first started watching your videos, which wasn't, as you say, I didn't start picking on you years ago. You're a liar. But probably a couple of years ago, when you start first, when I first came across you, I thought what everybody else thought, that you were a nicer version of Amberlyn Reid. And you remind me of her now, you know, when you do the low BMI voice. It is so false and so apparent to most people, unless they're idiots, unless they're the ones who pay you monthly for doing nothing and giving nothing to them. Your low BMI voice, if people would like to go right back and look at Amberlyn Reid's very first video, she comes on like that. And I had her sussed out from day one. I really did. I didn't have you sussed out. Amberlyn Reid I did, when she came on with her little girl voice. And I'm very nervous. And I want to start this weight loss journey. That was so affected. And it proved to be true that she is a narcissist of the highest order, as are you, Foodie. But why don't you try holding yourself in a little bit more self-esteem and self-control? Why are you with that man who wants to do things to Western women that are unimaginably disgusting? Why are you with him? Do you not have any self-respect at all? He doesn't respect you. He and Marital and Allah have all made it perfectly clear what they feel about Christians, what they feel about Western women. So what is it that you're actually getting from this marriage to a pervert? We know what he's getting. He's got a bigger flat, he's got a car, thousands of dollars in pocket, and the prospect of being sponsored to Canada. That's in his mind. And you have got that little ring on your finger, that little ring that probably cost about 10 bob, 50 pence in English money. Or it was out of a, you know, one of those things in fairground, and you get the claw and it comes to pick it up and it just slipped onto your finger. Does he wear his wedding ring, or does he take it off when he goes out at night to the shisha bars and elsewhere, and camping and elsewhere, and the Red Room and elsewhere? You've got no idea what he does in his spare time. There once was a person, I saw it written also, that they say, never turn your back on an Arab. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but I would go so far as to say, why marry one? What do you get out of it? I wonder.